Greetings, fabulous RLA teachers. Here we are again for data dialogue. But this time we will be having dialogue about the second 9 weeks 4-week checkpoint, which, as you know, tested poetry. The same process and protocol that we did for the first 9-week checkpoints will be applied to the analysis of the 4-week checkpoint. This webinar is for grades 6 through 8, so no separate webinars were created this time. The process is the same, but naturally, you will be looking at data for your grade level. So let's get going. So what are the materials that you will be needing? First, you'll need the data overall by standard for special populations, and individual response reports. You'll need a copy of the checkpoint, the data protocol handout, and the at-a-glance document, which has all the SCs. And of course, something to write with. Highlighters always come in handy for data analysis, and sticky notes, and those are optional. The process will be the same somewhat. What is the same is that you will analyze the data and then jot down any notices based on the guiding questions, and then you can dialogue with your grade level colleagues or as an entire RLA team. Naturally, the choice is yours. What will be different is that you will view the entire webinar and then get going on the here's what, so what, now what protocol. I'm keeping it short to provide you with time to analyze. Let me very quickly remind you of the data protocol process. You would start with step 1, here's what. That is when you write down specific facts or information when you're looking at the data. So what you'll do is study the data. Remember, you have 3 reports by SC for special populations, and then your item response, and then those are your guiding questions. Once you've done that, you move on to step 2. So what? Interpreting the data. Based on your findings and here's what statements, discuss the following guiding questions. And then finally, it'll be your now what, the implications on instruction. Based on your here's what and so what statements, discuss the following questions. And of course, by all means, reach out to me with any questions you may have. For your here's what, remember you're looking at the data. What I wanted to do in this case is just very quickly point out to you what is in these reports. It'll differ somewhat because we're looking at 4-week checkpoint data. Just a reminder that the overall by standard report will list the SEs along with the questions for the particular SC. Here is when you can also see the approaches, meets, and master's level performance. Remember, the reports are by grade level. The data does include the new item types, the multi-part, text entry, and short constructed response. Those are noted on the reports as well. The next report is the overall by standard with EL and special education student performance. It's the same SC with the questions, but has the special populations data. The final report is the individual response report. Just a reminder of what the report contains. It has the question, the SC, and then how students responded. Remember that the answer is denoted by a plus sign. Of particular interest will be the questions where students were torn between 2 answers, and also those where students were all over the place. Remember the text entry questions and the short constructed response questions. In the text entry question, students either typed in the correct or incorrect one-word answer. You can also see the breakdown of how many students scored a 0, a 1, or a 2 for the short constructed response. Because of time and internet and system issues we encountered, you might remember that I did not write in the district level performance this time on the testing booklet. And that is it, ladies and gents. I'm here should you have any questions or need additional guidance or support. Happy dialoguing.